Hello and welcome to this special coverage in which we will celebrate with you the very special occasion of Eid al-Fitr. We would like to wish you all a blessed and happy Eid as the Kingdom of Bahrain is joining the Islamic world's celebrations marking the end of the holy fasting month of Ramadan. Last night, the new crescent of the month of Shawwal was spotted in the sky, indicating the beginning of the first day of Eid al-Fitr. This morning, citizens and residents here in the kingdom performed their Eid prayers at mosques and open-air praying areas in an atmosphere of joy and happiness. We have a lot lined up today. Stay tuned. The Kingdom of Bahrain takes great responsibility in providing various opportunities to its youth in order for them to develop and effectively contribute to the comprehensive development and achievements of the kingdom. The Ministry of Youth Affairs offers a set of initiatives in the field of youth empowerment and skills development stemming from the kingdom's great faith in youths as the engine of developmental process and the purpose of progress. There is continuous investment in young people as they are the world's best chance to fulfill the promise of the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. To talk more about the ministry's role and contributions to the celebration of this special occasion, we are pleased to be joined here at the studio by the Minister of Youth Affairs, Rawan bint Najib Tawfiqi. Hello, Your Excellency, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the invitation and the opportunity. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Definitely having you here is going to be one of the goals that we have achieved, thankfully, in order to bring over the message the Ministry of Youth has always had but now continues on with. How did the Ministry of Youth celebrate the Gargaon in coordination with the public and private institutions now that Ramadan is over?
Yeah, so Gargaon is a tradition that we really like to celebrate at the Ministry of Youth Affairs, but we like to do it in an innovative way because we're always proud of our heritage in Bahrain. So what we usually do is we do an initiative that's called Bast al-Saada, which is the happiness bus. Okay. It's an open-air bus that roams around Bahrain during the course of 2 days. Yes. That distributes gargaon and candy and gifts to kids and families. So you can see all age groups spreading and actually running towards the bus. Which gives us joy, and we've received amazing feedback this year that a lot of people enjoyed it. They were able to actually witness this, which brings happiness and joy, which is actually the main goal of the initiative. It's a tradition that spreads joy all around Bahrain, and it is a generational kind of thing.
Definitely. The bus schedules that come out every year, people really hold on to that.
Exactly.
Going from place to place. How did that idea evolve over time from your point of view?
So we thought the first time we decided to do something in Gargaon was we already celebrate Gargaon with a lot of private and public sector companies, but we thought of something that will bring happiness to people. Yes. The key word here was happiness. So we thought, what best brings happiness to people? It's gifting and an open air bus with lights. Yes. So you can see people actually trying to get the route from the ministry's team earlier, and where can we find them. So that whole thing is very fills our heart with joy, honestly.
Definitely. How do you value the provided royal and government support to the youth in the Kingdom of Bahrain?
So, as I always say, Bahraini youth are privileged and are lucky to have such leadership. Our leadership believes in youth in a way no one can imagine, and we actually showcase our youth's achievement to the world. So being the true wealth of the country, as His Majesty always says, is something we really cherish. Yes. And it is what drives youth to actually give back to the community. Yes. Because when you have someone that believes in you, the least you could do is actually give back to your peers and to the community and to your beloved country. Also, when you know that youth matters are in the center of the government's action plan, is something that gives you a pride and gives you a gratitude that you're being taken care of. Another thing that I really I can see it in the eyes of our youth is how much they appreciate the support of His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa. They see him as their role model, their godfather, if I may say. So his endurance, his achievements, his drive is what drives our youth also to always push for more, push for being the number one always.
Right.
And this is what we really appreciate, and we really send the message to all youth.
Yes.
So if you can see such support, you support each other as well.
Definitely. You talking about this, we see a lot of times when His Highness Sheikh Nasser and His Highness Sheikh Khalid come up with first initiatives in sports or in any events, always the youth follow in that. How do you value and the importance of specifically their Highnesses doing these initiatives in order to be role models, or to do them first before the youth actually attempt them? Exactly.
So we always say that we can see the ripple effect with them doing that.
Okay.
So whenever they actually try to combat their challenges and be number one in let's say Ironman or whatever, marathon or a horse riding competition, then you'll see the youth coming to us and saying, if he can do it, then I can do it too, and I should do it to prove that all Bahrainis can be the number one in different sectors and fields. So when you see this ripple effect or this chain effect, it gives you pleasure that there's a proper system based on merit happening in Bahrain, and we're all very proud of. And as you said, they are the role models of all youth in Bahrain.
Absolutely. Last month, the Kingdom of Bahrain celebrated Bahrain Youth Day with remarkable achievements and aspirations. How do you value the importance of that day specifically, knowing that that day is supported greatly by the government?
Exactly. So the Bahraini Youth Day is a very special day for all youth in Bahrain. It showcases their achievements to the world. So it's a day we celebrate our youth's achievements, ideas, initiatives, their drive to change in policy making and legislation. So it's a day we all celebrate youth. We always like to focus on the fact that we like to discover, nourish and showcase or highlight our youth achievements. That's the way we work in the ministry. So in this special day, we're really happy and also witnessing that a lot of public and private organizations celebrated this day with their employees, with their students, with their communities. So that brought us a lot of pleasure. Also on that special day, we had a new initiative that was launched in this special day to us, obviously, which was Bahraini Youth Ambassadors. So we've received immense feedback and applications for everyone wanting to participate in such a, let's say, unique initiative. And now we're in the process of filtration, and hopefully we'll know soon who are the 6 Bahraini Youth Ambassadors.
That's amazing. How did you come up with the concept? How did you lead to coming up with that initiative?
So we always believe that we work based on 2 principles, or we start from a simple premise, which is faith. So we always believe that we have full faith that our youth can prosper anywhere. The other thing is hope. We also hope that youth can know that their tomorrow is better than their today. So we came up with this saying, why not showcase our gems to the world? We travel, we represent Bahrain internationally in different forums. Why not bring youth from different sectors, different age groups? So we have our youth, our applications are from 18 to 35 years old. So bring them, show the world what Bahrainis can do. That's how we came up. And then we also want them to witness how decisions are being made in the government world, if I may say, or we sometimes call it the government kitchen. So they'll witness the meetings, the forums, the way everything is being cooked. So this will also help them, when coming back to Bahrain, know what are the problems and how can they solve them as youth.
Yes, amazing. When we look there at the progress that has been achieved, how do you value this progress and the great contributions of Bahraini youth to the national development of the Kingdom of Bahrain itself?
So we always say that we can't speak about youth and not speak about development, innovation, change. So we can see the drive in all our youth, and we always design all our initiatives and programs in the ministry to listen to our youth, know what are the problems they face in their communities, in our beloved country, and how can they solve them with the help of us. So they don't actually need our help per se. They just need our blind commitment that we're here for you, we'll support you. If you have a good solution, definitely it will be adopted. So we can see a lot of achievements being done to develop the workplaces of our youth, their communities. We have a lot of model centers around youth and model centers around Bahrain that they contribute voluntarily just to help in the community. So that is how we develop and shape the future of our beloved country.
Amazing. When it comes to the youth being a part of this development, one of the very important aspects is education. How does education, or from your point of view, how does education and the renewal of our educational path with the progress of technology and everything coming up, how important is that to the youth in order to be a positive contributor to the development of the kingdom?
Exactly. So we understand that we can't move forward unless we ensure we have the best education. And education comes in different forms. So we have schools and universities that are being handled in a very let's say correct manner. Then our job and our mandate in the ministry is to upskill and reskill our youth in different sectors. So if I can find this person needing a vocational training, I would do apprenticeship somewhere. We will do internships worldwide. We always focus on exchange programs. We focus on scholarships. We focus also on partnership with NGOs. So basically, all initiatives and programs being done locally or internationally by the ministry is focusing on how to upskill our youth to make them employable anywhere, and also creating opportunities from their passion.
That's amazing. What can you tell us about the ministry's pivotal role initiatives in supporting Bahraini youth specifically?
So we work on different sectors and age groups as well. So our whole programs and initiatives, we have an annual program or a set of programs that are being designed based on the needs of our youth. So we target all age groups, and then we see what needs do they need, let's say in 2023. How can I address these needs? Is it a local initiative? Is it a partnership? Is it a scholarship in a different country? So we cater to their needs based on what they tell us. So this is what we always like. We always like to have open channels. Whatever we receive, whatever feedback we receive from our youth, we like to address in our programs and initiatives. So that is how we're targeting their needs. We're targeting their employability. We also try to offer everything in a fair, competitive, open environment. So everything is based on merits. This is the basis of our design stage of our initiatives and our selection stage as well.
A lot of the things that the ministry does is in collaboration with other institutions and agencies, and because of these collaborations, whether regionally or internationally, Bahraini youth have been recognized internationally. So how do you value the international recognition of Bahraini youth's achievements in its various aspects and fields?
Well, this comes no surprise to everyone, I think, in Bahrain. Our youth achieve milestones that we also never think of. So we have a lot of high achievers that we're really, really proud of, and we can see them nourishing day by day. So we have the, let's say, MENA's best female chef, to the recognition of esports globally, to sports achievements, to book publishing, and also I like to shed light on these success stories. So I always like to meet them, listen to them, and make them an inspiration to their peers. So we always believe, as I said, of the ripple effect. So if I shed light on your success story, the younger generation will know that following their passion will lead to their success, whether locally, regionally, or internationally. And we're always here to support them in whatever they need. We're always backing them up. And as I said, it's our blind commitment, because we know they can shine if they have our commitment.
Yes, definitely. We see that the ministry's social media platforms are very active when it comes to spreading awareness and spreading, as you have said, these success stories. How is it important in order to communicate with your target audience, social media and the new technologies?
It's very important, and I always focus on this part, even with the team in the ministry. The younger generation now, I won't say do not read, but they would like precise information being sent to them. So we should always use the right channels to address them. So whether it's social media, whether it's different channels, it's basically how they react to this and how can we communicate. I want a two-way communication channel. So it's always a two-way communication channel or a dialogue that will make me understand what do they need and then represent it differently. So it is very important. We receive great feedback through our social media and Instagram channels and LinkedIn and all, which makes us happy, because we know that we can reach a bigger circle, if I may say.
My last question to you, Your Excellency, is can you tell us a little bit about the Youth Ministry's future plans and upcoming projects to further support the progress of Bahraini youth in these many vast fields in these various aspects?
Exactly. So we have a lot of projects that are, some are sustainable, some are new. We always think of each project or initiative based on our mandate and our perception-based strategy. So we always think if the project should cater to the youth feeling safe, supported, seen, wanted, trusted, and then hopeful. So if it caters to this, then it's the right initiative or program. So we have a lot of programs, actually. Naming some would be Youth City 2030, would be a Lama program, Masari program. We also have a lot of programs being done at our model centers and our youth empowerment centers as well. They work very vigorously to have the best programs that cater to all age groups. So you would see something from sports to entertainment to educational to awareness to health. So we always, and community building, which is something I really care about.
Yes.
So we always work this way, catering to their needs and to our mandate. So our main objective is all youth should be hopeful. If they're hopeful, then we've done our job right.
That's amazing. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for being with us and for answering our questions and shedding a lot of light on all of these aspects.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. The youth of Bahrain continue to be a bright example of dedication, passion and creativity, which are well reflected by the accomplishments they make in all fields. Dear viewers, stay with us. We will be back with more right after this.
يا
Welcome back. The holy month of Ramadan is a blessed month that comes with joy and good deeds. And what's better than sharing happiness with the needy? Many local charity organizations initiate different programs to help and support people in need in many ways. Conserving Bounty Society is one of those leading institutions that works on collecting and packaging surplus food from hotels, restaurants, consumer markets, and various special events according to the health standards adopted in the kingdom. After that, it redistributes such foods to families, expatriate workers, and individuals in need across the Kingdom of Bahrain. This initiative helped to significantly reduce the amount of food waste and thus led to a decrease in the amount of food waste sent to the municipality's landfill, which normally inflicts harm on the environment. To talk more about that, we are pleased to be joined here at the studio by the Chief Executive of Conserving Bounties, Mr. Ahmed Al-Kuwaiti, and Board Member, Ms. Leila Janahi. Hello and welcome to the show. Thank you for being with us today. First of when we talk about the Conserving Bounties Society, it's always heard of, especially in Ramadan and during many events, we hear the name of the society, and it's very important. But what can you tell us about the establishment of this society as well as its main vision and mission?
Okay, actually, the society has been established in 2014 and started from, but actually it began from 2012.
Okay.
Conserving Bounties Society is established in 2014, but the actual work it was from 2012 by a group of young youth Bahrainis. They are starting with the Facebook group and WhatsApp group, and they are going to collecting edible surplus food from the private occasions, then they packing it and distribute it to the needy, to the people in need. Then they said, why we not come as an official organization? So they register themselves as Hifdh al-Na'ma Society under the under the Ministry of Social Development. And we are also known as Bahrain Food Bank as well as Conserving Bounties. This is our establishment. We have our mission and our vision actually. Ms. Leila can talk about our...
the vision and mission of the society. How do you see or foresee that?
Well, actually, the main vision is how to reduce the waste of the food, actually. This was the main mission. And how to educate, the people, how to educate the people to how to maintain it.
Yes.
So it came there to establish that the society, and we just started with a couple of workshops, how to educate people.
Yes, right. That's amazing. When it comes to, as you said, educating people, we're talking about spreading awareness, and that's a very big part of it.
Exactly,
so what is the importance of spreading awareness about limiting food waste, and what are the society's initiatives towards that goal?
To reduce the waste, how to reduce, which is impact, the waste of the food impact the environment, actually. So the awareness is good for the society, how to preserve, the food, and how to the impact on the society as well, which is impact the environment in general, which is the main problem that we have in the world, that the environment.
How do you go about spreading awareness?
Well, actually, it's by lots of channels, like workshop, presentation, which has been held by Ahmed usually, visiting school, and all another societies, government organization.
All right,
and can you add on that, Mr. Ahmed?
Yeah, sure. As Ms. Leila said, that we launched many awareness program actually. We work along with the private schools that we give the kids how's the charity works is going, how they are volunteers to the community, to do charity to the community. So we launched many awareness campaign in our social media like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok.
Okay.
We give the Bahraini community how they can deal with the edible surplus food, how they can make shopping when they go to the supermarket, hypermarkets, and we collaborate with the Bahrain Supreme Council of Environment. We launch many campaigns as awareness. Also, we work with cinemas like Bahrain Cinemas Company, and we just signed a contract with Epic Cinemas also.
Amazing.
Yeah, there, if you go to the movies before they put the show, you can see
The ad.
yeah, the ad, a small ad that they give Bahraini community about how they have to prevent food waste.
We're going to go to the collaborations a little bit, but Mrs. Janahi, one of the things that we always notice that the society has a lot of young people that are a part of it as volunteers and that are a part of the campaigns and everything. How important is it to educate these young people, or for these young people to be a part of this very important mission?
It's very important, the young people, to know exactly the society, what's the main goal of society. Exactly, you know, what is the waste food, how they prevent it, how they, you know, it is in all education, all in and out, which is inside the house, inside, within your family, and outside.
Yes.
So to prevent those food, how we can, you know, to prevent it, how we towards those, yes, how we establish that, you know, how we take care of the surplus of the, you know, those food and distribute it, where we distribute it. Who's the family, or who's our customer that who is receiving those food, you know.
Yes.
So this is important, you know, the kids to know exactly the societies and what is all about. What is all about the conserving bounty.
Yeah.
How to prevent, you know, those food, how to educate it. So it will start from the young people, actually, to educate them exactly our mission and vision as well.
I'm very proud to see so many young people being a part of the society
as a volunteer,
How do you value Bahrain's citizens and residents' efforts to achieve the goal of limiting food waste? I mean, since 2014 or 2012, as you have said, people have gotten more aware. So how do you value that Bahrain citizens and residents are actually trying to achieve the goals of less waste of food?
The Bahraini people, the culture is very brave, you know, and into these things, so exactly, which this will add a good value to our mission and vision as well. So exactly, they are very aware exactly what is all about the conserving bounty, what is the mission. So they are more educated in this section, which is added to our goal as well. So to convert, you know, the society will exactly help us, you know, to add those values in our mission.
All right, Mr. Ahmed, how do you see the contributions of the Bahraini citizens and residents when it comes to helping and achieving the goals of waste limitation?
You mean the volunteers? Actually, we are collaborate with many volunteers teams in Bahrain, and in this, from my position now, I have to thank them all about what they do for us to prevent food waste in Bahrain. Right. We are really glad about of our young youth Bahrainis here. We would like to thank CE team, volunteers teams. They do a very huge job to let us achieve our goals in this Ramadan.
Yes. It's a very good way of talking about this. You talked about how citizens in general contribute.
They're very conscious, very conscious, you know.
And for you, how citizens volunteer to be a part of the society and to limit the foods.
We see now in Bahrain, if you recognize, if you go to any restaurants, when the families finish their food, we all see that these families take the leftover
They collect
food.
it, yeah.
And this is a very
Good initiative, yeah.
very good education to our community.
Definitely, definitely.
So they can add value for prevent food waste.
Yeah.
By doing this
Contribution,
things,
yeah.
contribution to the community.
Definitely. What can you tell us about the Conserving Bounty Society's role initiatives during the holy month of Ramadan, and specifically also after that, the days of Eid al-Fitr?
See, the most important, which we can see, is Ramadan and Eid. The people, they want to see the variety of food in their iftar.
Right.
So it is our culture. So how we brought up this way.
Exactly.
So we want to see variety
how we
of the
host.
food. Yeah. And Ramadan, I think, is the biggest contribution for Hafz al-Ni'ma, or
Yeah.
food bank. Yeah. We actually we got collected 2 million parcels. Yeah.
Wow.
From the
which we
establishment.
distributed to the needed. Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing.
As a figure, actually, from the established of the Bahrain Food Bank, Hafz al-Ni'ma Society, we conserved more than 2 million meals and food products.
When it comes to the initiatives that were taken during Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr, like were there specific initiatives that you were aiming at?
Yeah, you know, in Ramadan there is many private occasions, what they call ghabga.
Yes.
So we start to sign with many hotels in Bahrain.
We collaborate with those organizations, and we signed a lot of contract with others, you know, those five-star hotels, other hotels that, you know, to allow us to collect those surplus food. Yeah.
How about now in Eid?
Still, you know, we receive lots of calls, you know, even though private, individual families as well, which is good. Which, you know, the people are more aware now exactly what is the food bank or conserving bounty is all about, and even though the hotels, I think they reduce the quantity of the food on their buffet as well, since we interfere, you know, and which is a good sign that this is our aim, to reduce the waste of food.
Exactly, absolutely.
And as number in Ramadan, actually, we covered 376 private occasions.
Okay, wonderful.
We conserved more than 30,000 meals.
From those events?
Yeah, and this is triple of what we conserved in from hotels and private occasions in the normal month. And also we conserved more than 17,000 kilograms of food waste.
Okay. How about previous Eids? How were the numbers and the figures then? What are the initiatives that are taken then?
You mean the previous
Eid al-Fitr as statistics compared to this one now, or your expectations?
Yeah, actually, our society is not collecting the food that touching by hand.
Edible only.
Yeah,
it's not
so in Eid, you know, all families is doing the food. The traditional food, and they eating, all of them, they gathering and eating by hand.
Okay.
So in Eid al-Fitr, we only collecting the buffets.
All right.
Which is edible and untouchable. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Amazing. How about would a person go, or would a family go to communicate with your society to ask them to come and take the wastage of food?
Usually we have a hotline. They call our hotline.
Yeah, our hotline is 33499 499. Okay. We are working 24 hours by 7. And Eid also will be available for collecting edible surplus food from the private occasions.
Okay. But they call us and they reserve, you know, that they have this occasion, so please come and collect it.
The food, okay. That's amazing to have that kind of service there available. Well, we talked a little bit about cooperations. but we'll go a little bit more in depth in it. In performing its duties, the society actually deals and cooperates with various institutions. Mr. Ahmed mentioned some of them. What can you tell us about these collaborations and how do they contribute positively to achieving the aspired goals you have set for the society?
Well, actually, the main sponsor that we have is STC. We just signed with them 2016 actually, and those who has provided us, you know, the existing office that we have, so which is adding a very good value to our society as well. So which is, you know, taking a big burden of the society expenses and all of these things. So yes, we have the main STC, and we have BMI that has been partnership with us, other banks, NBB
is one of the biggest support for us.
You know, yeah. During Ramadan, we have lots of contribution with other organizations as well. Yeah,
that's amazing. And how about the contributions or the cooperations you have with institutions that have food waste and you regularly go to them? You've mentioned cinemas, you've mentioned other areas where awareness can be spread. What can you tell us about those?
About the awareness, or
about the
food,
collaboration in order to spread awareness.
Yeah, we collaborate with many organizations, government or private organization.
Right.
From governments, we collaborate with Bahrain, as I said, Bahrain Supreme Council of Environment, and also Stidama, it's the waste management center in Ministry of Municipality. Also, we collaborate with Royal
Humanitarian Foundation.
Yeah. And we have we have launched many awareness program in Bahrain. We see that this is the main goal for us to come with a new generation that they
more educated,
more educated and more care about the environment.
Definitely. Ms. Al-Janahi, one of the things that you mentioned is like STC and these big companies, they provide you or alleviate a big burden off of the society.
Yes, exactly.
What can you tell us about the importance of collaborations? Why are they so important for a society such as yours?
See, a part of the STC CSR is, you know, how to accomplish those initiatives inside the STC towards to the society as well.
Right.
So the main goal, it was, you know, how to support the society, even though it's not only the conserving bounty, it's other society as well.
Absolutely.
So which the collaboration with the STC and the conserving bounty, which is add a strong value to it, regardless of expenses, even though the employee as well, internally, you know, how to volunteer and such of these things, events, you know. Yeah. So which is, I think it's adds very huge value to the society.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that. And even like when it comes to the society doing its jobs, when you hear it is collaborating with big society or big companies such as STC, BMI or other companies, it has more value and more strength when they come in and they actually
it is, you know, how you spread, you know, the goal of the society to those organizations, the government and private sector as well.
Yeah.
So the collaboration with those sector will add a big value to us.
Definitely, especially the governmental sector.
Exactly.
And this is give you a meaning that that all this organization believe in our goals.
And our goals,
Right, really it does. Well, since its establishment in 2014, the Conservative Bounty Society continues to achieve so many goals and many accomplishments. What can you tell us about these accomplishments in facts and figures? You probably have come up with a lot of numbers since its opening. So can you tell us about that, Mr. Ahmed?
Yeah, sure. Actually, from establishment of our society, we conserved more than 2 million meals and food product. In 2014, 2017, we conserved one, and this is the period of our established. We conserved 146,000 meals. After that, we add more let's say we maximize our work also. We get more cars, more staff. We work as an organization now. So in 2018 we come up to 201,000 meals and food products. Then also we add more cars, and we sharing the volunteers our works. We expose our works in Bahrain.
Yeah.
In 2019 we conserved 237 meals and food product. Then into 2020, and this is Corona period.
Yeah.
The pandemic period,
yeah,
it was a bit, yeah.
Yeah, we
Right.
thought that this will stop our work actually.
It
But
didn't.
we shocked that we conserved 820,000 meals and food products in this period. In 2021 we go back to normal 237,000 meals and food product. In 2022 we conserved 234,000 meals and product.
Yeah.
Our work is going alhamdulillah well. We have many collaborate from hypermarket, supermarket. We are not just collecting cooked food now.
Yes.
We're collecting the dry food also,
Dry food.
the near expiry dry food. We have many ambition to do more for our community. Inshallah we'll do it.
Hopefully, inshallah.
We start in 2014 with a number of head count, which is 3 it was.
Okay.
But we increase it now to 12 now.
Yeah, now we are 12.
That's wonderful. When I look at these numbers and the success stories, I'm sure there were certain plans put in place in order to succeed over time. What can you tell us about the standards that you set for your employees or for the volunteers, and what kind of foods are allowed to be collected, and what are the standards that the hotels or the companies have to abide by?
Actually, we train them, all of them, the employees and the volunteers exactly, based on the Supreme Council of
Health standards.
Health, yes. And the food should be edible, untouchable, certain of food that's to be collected only.
Okay.
We are working we are following the regulation and rules of health, Ministry of Health in Bahrain.
Yes.
So from established, our staff they are wearing mask, gloves.
Even before COVID.
Hair cover.
It's part of the rules, you know.
Our workers and our volunteers also as well. We are, because of that, we have the trust of other
community,
of other organization like supermarkets,
Yes.
hypermarkets, hotels.
Yes.
Because when we are established, they have some they don't want to sign with us, you know.
Yes, because they didn't know.
They don't know how our work.
Safety.
Safety and health wise.
Yeah.
But now we are signing with many hotels,
Yes.
Hypermarket like Lulu Hypermarket,
Yeah.
Carrefour, Al Usra Hypermarkets,
Yeah.
Tamimi Market.
Those hypermarkets. But the good thing is that we gain the trust of those supplier or organization based on the health and safety rules standard that we apply on it. Yes.
Absolutely. When it comes to individuals, how can individuals contribute to the success of the Conserving Bounty Society?
It's exactly, you know, once you spread the awareness, the individual has taken that, they're educated, and they start exactly how to prevent the food, even though in the restaurant or in the house or anywhere. So it is important, individual, how to contribute. Then again, they started to volunteer exactly to know, to be part of the society or to the Hafd al-Ni'mah.
Yeah.
So that part, it's add a good value to the society, that once you gain the trust from everywhere, the individual, they start to be part of that society as well. Yeah.
We talked a little bit about social media, but modern means of social media actually facilitate direct communication with the audience that you are targeting. So how does the society make use of social media in talking to their desired audience?
So we have direct, we have the Instagram, which is, we spread our awareness and, our initiatives through the Instagram. So it is direct communication between the society and the audience, which is individual as well.
How about like if they have questions or if they want to know something?
Yes, we have a hotline. They can directly have any question. They can just apply it or just ask it. So we have people that we have a team, that administration, that they can answer any question they require. Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, we have also our website is bahrainfoodbank.com.
Okay.
They can communicate with us through this website.
The questionnaire, we have.
Yeah, even if they want to register as volunteers or they want to register as beneficiaries,
yes.
They can go through our website. We have all forms there. They can fill it in and they submit it.
What can you tell us about the criteria of the volunteers?
Actually, we don't put
open.
any. Yeah,
Just to
it's
get the
open,
training.
yeah,
It's open, yeah.
But they need to get the training in order to be a part of it.
Exactly.
The trainings will be minutes before they are doing the activity. That's it.
So you guys have made it that way, so for it to be easy to communicate to the volunteers.
Yeah.
We already have a presentation ready for individuals who want to be a part of the volunteers. Yes.
That's amazing. Well, before we end our interview now, what are the society's future goals and what are the upcoming projects that you have set?
See, as a board member, that we aim to have our own quarter, and we hope that the society can support as well. And I'm sure our dear Bahrain is well aware exactly what we are doing. Our goal is to have our own soup kitchen, that dry food that we can establish it, and distribute it, cook food. This diverse to cook food, yeah. So our aim is to have our own quarter and to have our own soup kitchen to provide such service.
That's amazing, especially that we have seen a model of it in other countries, so we know it is a success.
Exactly,
also.
yeah.
Yes, yes. Mr. Ahmed?
When
it comes to the future projects, especially like now in Eid, is there anything that you aim to change for next Ramadan or next Eid, that you would find more food, less food, or a different way of distributing it or collecting it? Adding cars?
No, we wish them all happy Eid, actually.
The main aim is to reduce, to educate people how to reduce or waste food. This is our aim. When we start to establish that one, it was our own, that we reached to that zero surplus food,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely are on the track to doing that.
And we can see it, we can see it as well.
Yes, we can see it, definitely.
They reduce, the number, the quantity,
Definitely. Thank you so much for being with us, Ms. Leila Janahi and Mr. Ahmed Al-Kuwaiti, and for being on our show and talking about this. And happy Eid and good luck with your future projects, inshallah.
Happy Eid.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we would like to thank the Conserving Bounty Society for their tremendous efforts and call on everyone to contribute to reducing food waste. We will be back right after this short break. This brings us to the end of today's coverage, but we will see you tomorrow to shed light on more celebrations. Thank you, our dear viewers, for watching, and may all citizens and residents in Bahrain have a blissful and happy Eid. Goodbye.